Just a salad and water, please.
Lost any weight yet, honey?
No, nothing yet.
Okay, try to stick with it.
Salad and water, please.
Anything yet?
No, I haven't lost a single pound, and I'm so hungry.
Well, just keep trying, I guess.
Salad and water, please.
You must have lost something by now, right?
No, I hate this. Salad and water, please.
Someone call 911.
What happened next is hard and humiliating for me to tell, but God gives me the strength. As it led to my discovery of a Cambodian jungle secret so closely guarded, there's no way you've ever heard of it before. Yet so powerful that without a second of dieting or exercise in just weeks, made Suzanne Williams, a 51-year-old mom of 3 from Florida, suddenly dissolve 63 pounds of thick, wobbly fat from her butt, hips, arms, and face, going from this to this. Her waist so tiny that even the clothes from her 20s were too loose and fell off her hips as she slipped into sexy skin-tight dresses, relieving her back and hip pain and skyrocketing her energy and confidence. Her family and friends in awe of her toned, cellulite-free body, begging to know her secret. And not just Suzanne. Her husband Paul used this Cambodian rainforest ritual himself every morning. And the more you use it, the more the fat melts off. He woke in shock as he dropped 2.5 pounds the very first night. And in the weeks that followed, 27 pounds of his ugly love handles, double chin, and beer belly melted like a blowtorch to butter, revealing rock-hard abs for the first time in 15 years. And still, Suzanne and Paul ate all their favorite foods every day more than ever, like apple pies, hamburgers, pizza, and ice cream. Yes, you may be feeling skeptical, and as unbelievable as it sounds, this is all possible with an oddly simple and safe tropical jungle secret that you can do at home right now that has nothing to do with working out, calorie counting, fancy fitness equipment, and goes against everything you thought you knew about weight loss. You see, they want you to believe your belly fat is your fault, but it's not your fault. How do I know this? Because I'm Paul Williams, Suzanne's husband, and in the next 2 minutes and 34 seconds, you're going to be angry when you hear from a whistleblowing doctor who spent 10 years deep inside the weight loss industry, for the very first time in his life today, break his code of silence and reveal the hidden root cause of your slow metabolism and stubborn belly fat. The identity of what scientists are calling an ancient calorie-burning switch that studies using over 170 years of data from places like Harvard, Stanford, and the Department of Internal Medicine in Switzerland found to be laying dormant in you and every single overweight person, especially those over 35 years old. Meaning at this moment, it's impossible to keep fat off your body with diet and exercise. But fear not. The solution is like nothing you've ever tried or seen before, and so simple, it may anger you. An ancient jungle secret that within seconds targets and activates your primitive calorie-burning switch to accelerate metabolism by 550% or more. A rainforest ritual handed down from generation to generation by the inhabitants of a small, tight-knit tropical Cambodian community, some of the healthiest people on earth, that easily dissolves inches of your body's deepest and most stubborn fat stores that always felt immune to dieting and exercise. And not from just one place like your thighs, but every corner of your entire body as it gets slimmer, firmer, and smoother at the same time, supporting a new healthy heart, brain, blood sugar, and blood pressure, and saving the lives of my wife, me, and 214,198 mothers, fathers, and grandparents from 10 to 100 pounds overweight who've tried more diets and exercises than they can remember.
I've lost over 50 pounds. I'm not ashamed to be around friends and family anymore. Instead, they're all so proud of me, and they want to know my secret.
I went down so many notches, I had to buy a new belt. To wake up excited to look in the mirror again, it's just great. I'm more confident at work, and the feeling of accomplishment is just something that I can't describe.
I went from a size 16 to a size 10, pretty much overnight. Everything that used to be hard is so much easier now. Hobbies, vacations, it's completely changed my life. I'm so glad I did this for myself.
My doctor almost fell out of his chair when he saw me. Not by the 33 pounds I lost, but by how low my blood pressure and cholesterol are now. He said he's never seen such a healthy change like this so quickly before.
I'm down 27 pounds and I've lost 6 inches off my waist. And the best part is how easy it was. No more crazy yo-yo diets, grueling hours wasted at the gym. I can eat everything I want and still the weight is falling off.
Every day I get messages just like these from folks who are filled with absolute pride and joy after just weeks of testing this tropical jungle secret out for themselves. And just as it's worked for them, how will you feel when it works for you? Imagine, no more anxiety about people talking behind your back about your size. No more stress or depression over what your husband or wife really thinks about your naked body but isn't able to tell you. No more worries about sudden heart attacks or strokes or diabetes. Instead, you'll be eating what you want with no guilt or shame. You'll be active again, traveling, gardening, playing with your kids and grandkids. Joints will be smooth, hair thick and strong, skin glowing and refreshed. And because this tropical secret targets the biological root cause of your belly fat, once the fat is gone, it's gone forever. So no worrying about jumping between skinny and baggy pants, losing and gaining the same 5 pounds over and over, or how slim you'll be in 1 month or 1 year from now. The truth is, you've never heard about this solution before. I can guarantee it. That's because the greedy, corrupt $78 billion weight loss industry is doing everything in their power to hide it from you, as their entire business relies on you getting fatter and fatter, sicker and sicker, staying as a paying customer for life. So listen carefully, pay attention, and watch this video to the very end. In the following band presentation, you'll be shocked when you discover the identity of this ancient calorie-burning switch. The science-backed root cause of your belly fat that has nothing to do with genetics, hormones, toxins, your gut, or anything else they've made you believe. And is the exact reason why some people are slim from birth, eat what they want, and still look great in a bathing suit while you can eat like a rabbit, work out all day, and still struggle to lose even a single pound. You'll be amazed when you discover this rainforest ritual that activates this calorie-burning switch and the exact step-by-step breakdown so you can do it yourself right away at home. You'll be outraged when you hear 2 of the biggest weight loss mistakes done by millions each day that are supposed to make you thinner but instead slow your metabolism, increase cravings, and clog arteries every time you do them. Plus, I'll share all the studies from top universities that back up everything I'm saying about how and why this works. All of that plus a few hidden surprises along the way inside this video that I can't wait for you to see. It's time to break free from the prison of fat once and for all. The time is now. Are you ready? Hey, as mentioned, I'm Paul Williams. I'm no professor, nutritionist, or fitness influencer here to confuse you with scientific jargon. I'm a 49-year-old firefighter and I live with my beautiful wife Suzanne and our 3 kids just outside of Fort Myers, Florida. Last year, a vicious once-in-a-100-year hurricane almost decimated our community, and it ripped the lives of many families apart. We had evacuated in time and were safe, but it was heartbreaking to watch the devastation and not be able to do anything about it. I tell you this because I know firsthand what it's like to lose control. Just like a normal fall day can switch to a very deadly situation fast, so can your body. And that's what happened to Suzanne and me. And to you too. Our story will likely sound familiar. We met in our 20s, madly in love and not a care in the world. Slim, athletic, taking our health for granted. Then at 28 years old, Suzanne gave birth to our first child, Jonathan. With 22 pounds of pregnancy fat, she did what she always did. Cut some carbs, did some Zumba classes, and just like that, it was gone. 3 years later, our next child, Nicole, was born. Now 20 pounds heavier, she did the same, and the extra weight was gone. But 4 years later, our 3rd child, Alexis, was born. And after eating for 2 for 9 months, Suzanne was 47 pounds overweight. Our doctor warned her that high blood sugar and fat around her belly and organs was suffocating her heart. She had to lose over 40 pounds or risk a heart attack or stroke. Easy, she thought. But at 35 years old, something was different. Everything that had worked before stopped working completely. The pregnancy fat would not budge, and she struggled to lose just 5 pounds over the course of the next few years. We tried everything. Keto, Atkins, paleo, vegan, detoxes. We spent thousands on Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, and Nutrisystem. Heck, we even bought a Peloton bike, but that just made her knee pain worse. And with every failure came comfort eating. So putting on even more nasty fat and orange peel cellulite than before she started. And the further away she drifted from the woman I fell in love with. Truthfully, we were close to separation. Our sex life vanished. I'm embarrassed to admit it, it was impossible to be intimate. We barely spoke, and when we did, it was just about how tired and unsatisfied we were. This went on for 11 years, and instead of losing weight, she was now 58 pounds heavier, depressed and in chronic back pain. She stopped getting dressed in front of me, stopped looking in mirrors. She'd lock the door when she took a shower. Her self-esteem was so low, we never ate out, terrified of people judging what she ate or how her fat would roll over the edge of the chair. Suzanne thought about all the other women, skinny and toned, that ate what they wanted.
Why can't I be like them? What's wrong with me?
Exhausted, Suzanne looked up at me, tears in her eyes, grabbing that thick hip fat that disgusted her so much as the realization set in. She was going to be overweight for the rest of her life.
I can't live like this anymore.
I've never felt so helpless in all my life. You see, I know exactly what you're going through because I saw Suzanne live these feelings every day. 3 months later, our darkest fears were realized. We got a terrifying call from the gym. Suzanne had collapsed while on the treadmill and she was being rushed to the hospital. When we got there, the doctor told us she was lucky to be alive, but they would need to keep her overnight for observation. If you're overweight, you're 60% more likely to have a heart attack or stroke, 80% more likely to have coronary artery disease, and 22% more likely to get Alzheimer's or memory loss. Scary, isn't it? As I sat by Suzanne's side, holding her cold and frightened hand in mine, I felt angry and ashamed. Angry at the deceitful weight loss industry who for over a decade had drained our bank accounts and whose solutions only made my wife sicker. I was ashamed because I promised to take care of her, but I didn't know how. My heart constricted in my chest at the thought of losing her. Jonathan, Nicole, and Alexis losing their mommy. That night we prayed to God for a miracle.
Please, don't die, Mommy. Please, don't go.
And I know he heard us because Suzanne made an incredible recovery that night. And what happened next led to the most bizarre and eye-opening moment of my life, the breakthrough that we needed. And you need too. As Suzanne was resting, I was hours deep into researching and scouring through online health forums and came across a link to an underground article with the headline, "Doctor Claims Obesity Has Been Cured." The article spoke about Dr. Singh, a 65-year-old consultant doctor who for over 20 years worked as a medical advisor for two of the biggest weight loss brands in the US before trying to expose the truth. Classified information that he claims the fraudulent weight loss industry is hiding from you. But once again, the weight loss brands won in court, and Dr. Singh was silenced with another cease and desist notice, his 5th this year alone. Dr. Singh continues to fight, but will he ever succeed in revealing what he calls the biggest weight loss secret in the past 100 years? Dr. Singh had a large underground following and seemed to be extremely well respected in the scientific community. I had to speak to him. Every day I emailed and rang his receptionist to schedule a meeting until eventually he agreed. He was a highly intelligent man, well-spoken, and friendly with a great sense of humor. He told me all about his life as a doctor in a tiny town not far from the Cambodian rainforest called Kaz Kong, before moving to the US to work for some of America's biggest weight loss companies. Did you know the Cambodian rainforest has one of the world's most diverse and unique ecosystems, with largely untouched subtropical forest and mineral-rich rivers? It's no wonder this area is home to over 3,000 different species of plants, found nowhere else on the earth. In fact, many remedies and medicines for blood pressure, hair loss, and vision health come from over 1,500 medicinal and edible plants unique to this rainforest. And while he told me about the wonders of his hometown, I told him all about Suzanne's heartbreaking 12-year struggle with her weight, how it has affected every part of our lives, and our kids' lives too. With Suzanne's rapidly declining health, we didn't have much time. I begged him if there was anything he could do to help, considering over a decade of American diets and exercise had failed us. And what Dr. Singh said over the next couple of minutes blew my mind. First, understand none of this is Suzanne's fault, he said. The moment you feel your belly get a little squishy, You're encouraged to eat less calories and do more exercise. Sound familiar? The issue here is from this moment on, you're destined to get fatter, not thinner. That's how the weight loss industry makes billions. That's how they're designed. After all, when was the last time you went on a diet or skipped meals and the weight stayed off forever? Never happened, right? After starting a diet, your fat cells may shrink, but soon after, your body enters starvation mode, slows your metabolism, and stops burning fat for energy, but holds on to fat, just like a bear hibernating to survive all winter, causing low energy, depression, cravings, and headaches. A little-known 2020 study published in the British Medical Journal followed 22,000 overweight people doing popular diets such as Atkins, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, and South Beach. After 6 months of dieting, they found nearly all 22,000 participants had failed, and 66% ended up putting on more weight than when they started. So remember, when your diet fails and you feel shame and lack of willpower after eating foods outside your diet, you're not to blame. Research from Berkeley University, California found dieting just once can cause hair thinning, hunger spikes, and increased risk of heart disease and osteoporosis. And damage from dieting can last longer than you think. A metabolism study of 16 Biggest Loser contestants found their calorie burning rate months after stopping their diet was still more than 500 calories lower per day than normal. I've had a look at Suzanne's results. She has one of the lowest calorie burning rates I've seen. Suzanne is burning almost no extra calories. It's no wonder she's finding it impossible to lose a single pound, said Dr. Singh. The truth? Slim people do not diet. They don't need to. I know that because in just a moment, I'll reveal the identity of the ancient calorie-burning switch that dozens of clinical studies found is working perfectly in slim people, but is inactive and off in fat people, as well as the quick natural secret you can do right now to switch it back on and take back control over your weight and exercise. Dr. Singh continued, the average person can only burn 5% of their daily calories through exercise. It's nothing. 2 hours of grueling cycling only burns around 500 calories. So no wonder studies show people eat more after exercise, overestimating how many calories they burn. To prove this, Dr. Church at the University of Louisiana made hundreds of overweight women exercise for 1, 2, and 3 hours a week, and some not at all. You'd expect those who exercised to have lost more weight than those who didn't, right? Well, despite what the weight loss industry wants you to believe, there was no difference in fat loss between those who exercised and didn't. This is why meal plans, diet foods, and workouts are such a cash machine for the $78 billion weight loss industry. They keep you coming back. Americans are spending more than ever, over $112,000 in their lifetime to try to lose weight. But look at this graph. Obesity has been rising rapidly over the past 100 years, especially when you're over 35 years old. And today, nearly half of all Americans are obese. I could picture the millionaire CEOs drinking champagne, laughing on their private yachts at the expense of people like you and my wife. It made me sick. Dr. Singh paused, told me to get a pen and paper, and read out a few odd plants, herbs, and nutrients I've never heard of. What's this? I asked. Many years ago, I gave this to them and trusted them with it, said Dr. Singh. But they hid it from those who needed it most and forced me into silence, but no more. Obesity doesn't exist in many parts of Cambodia. We don't even have a word for it in our language, and this is why. Eat it and you'll see for yourself. I have to go. I've probably said too much already. As soon as we said our goodbyes, I was on my laptop researching this odd recipe. First on the list was an incredible tropical plant found naturally deep inside the Cambodian rainforest, home to some of the last untouched plant and animal species on the planet. Local folklore believe this tropical land to be blessed by God, and you can see why. Because inside grows a plant called Ocimum sanctum, which supports a healthy inflammatory response, healthy blood glucose levels by up to 20%, and healthy liver, brain, memory, bones, and skin. But more importantly, a study by the University of Malaysia found Ocimum sanctum has a strange effect on metabolism. It increases something called metabolic flexibility. Metabolic flexibility? I've never heard of that before. I had no idea what it was until I researched deeper and struck gold. Turns out metabolic flexibility is your body's ability to increase its calorie burning rate as needed. Kind of like a car that can switch gears to increase speed. However, studies show when you have an inflexible metabolism, your calorie burning rate is just very low all the time. It's like your metabolism is permanently stuck in first gear, resulting in much more of the food that you eat, healthy or not, to be stored as unsightly fat instead of being burned as energy. This is why you can restrict your calories, go hungry, and eat next to nothing all day long. Then you can have a single slice of pizza with a salad at night, and your body still ends up storing a part of that one measly piece of pizza as fat, instead of burning it as energy. This is a harsh reality for so many folks that struggle with their weight. On the other hand, with a flexible metabolism, you can enjoy eggs and pancakes for breakfast, a delicious sandwich, fries, and maybe a shake at lunch, a tasty snack in the afternoon, and then have as much pizza or pasta as you want for dinner with a few glasses of wine. And your metabolism automatically switches gears to rev up its calorie burning rate as needed throughout the day, so that all of those calories get burned as pure energy, and none of them get stored as fat. Totally unfair, I know. Yet we all know people like this. Lucky folks that can eat whatever they want, whenever they want, and never seem to gain weight regardless of how much or how little they exercise. And that's a big part of what's so amazing about having a flexible metabolism. Studies show a flexible metabolism can automatically increase its calorie burning and fat burning rate more than 6 times higher than an inflexible metabolism. Wow! It sure became clear why those naturally slim people never have to diet. But don't start planning your next trek into the jungle to harvest Osmum sanctum for yourself, because second on Dr. Seng's list was leaves of the Camellia sinensis plant, native to the jungles of East Asia, a powerful phytonutrient that has been used by ancient Asian cultures for centuries to fight disease, curb hunger, and improve energy. Recent studies show it can improve metabolic flexibility by a staggering 350%. What's more, in a large groundbreaking study conducted at the University of Singapore, a Camellia sinensis test group had an average weight loss of 30.1 pounds in 90 days, with women reducing their body fat by 12% while dropping 3 dress sizes, and men reducing their waistlines by 14%. This ancient Asian wonder plant has also been shown to lower blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol while supporting a healthy heart. Can you imagine the results combining Osmum sanctum and Camellia sinensis together? But it doesn't stop there, because next was the powerful natural seed extract chlorogenic acid that has been shown to act as the most natural and effective carb blocker discovered to date. What's more, it's proven to improve blood sugar and insulin and reduce free radical damage and inflammation. This incredible tropical seed also safely enhances metabolic flexibility through 4 different pathways. A recent gold standard study from UC Davis shows chlorogenic acid produced 3 times more weight loss and 347% more calories burned compared to placebo. Finally, L-carnitine, a naturally occurring amino acid found in a rare tropical fish species in the Pacific Ocean off of the coast of Vietnam. Studies show L-carnitine improves metabolic flexibility by triggering up to 414% more stored fat to be released and transported into muscle cells to be burned as pure energy. I sat back in my chair feeling like I had won the lottery. I had to try this incredible life-changing recipe straight away, but there was a problem. Finding high-quality suppliers of the 4 rainforest supernutrients took weeks, then months to arrive, and more time to carefully extract the leaves, pigments, roots, and resins. It cost me over $1,300, and in the end I was tired and I didn't have a day's worth of the recipe. I needed help. Out of the 10 respected and independent scientists eager to work with me, I chose Swedish doctor Matteo Olsson, a metabolic and anti-aging specialist who works privately for Hollywood stars, royalty, and top athletes. He was so excited to hear of my discovery and greeted me with a firm handshake and a big smile. "Your research is 100% correct," he said. "Obviously not everyone is fat. We all know people who can eat what they want and always stay skinny. But you eat a single piece of pizza or cake and it instantly sticks to your belly. Well, they don't have a secret. These studies prove they're just lucky to have metabolism flexibility, which automatically increases their calorie burning as needed. I don't mean to scare you, but a severely inflexible metabolism is also a common factor in many deadly health conditions like diabetes, heart disease, and stroke that kill millions each year. Scientists have wondered for years if it's even possible to improve metabolic flexibility, but I'm 100% sure you can after reading this recipe and certifying all these double-blind studies, he said. Over the next 3 weeks, Dr. Olson called in favors with top scientists worldwide to discover 2 more specific nutrients that boosted the recipe's power by a further 350%. Number 1, recommended by Chief Medical Researcher Professor Antonin Novak from the Czech Republic, was chromium, an essential mineral wonderful for curbing hunger and naturally balancing blood sugar and insulin levels. This little miracle mineral was also recently shown to cause 77% more carbohydrates to be burned as energy instead of being stored as fat. Number 2, recommended by top research scientist Professor Martina Alvarez from Argentina, was resveratrol. Clinical doses of this natural but powerful phenol have been shown to enhance metabolic flexibility and to mimic the fat-burning effect of exercise. Picture your metabolism performing like you've been on the treadmill for hours, burning up to 168% more stored fat and calories, even though you're really just sitting at home watching Netflix. Amazing. For 6 months, Dr. Olson tested over 250 ratios and weights of the 6 rainforest supernutrients to discover a single potent combination 3.5 times more powerful than the original recipe, and when taken at the right time of day would rapidly improve metabolic flexibility and dissolve fat stores at lightning speed, while even repairing and healing the damage that decades of being overweight has done to every cell in your body. Dr. Olson sourced and negotiated bulk deals from the most trusted and certified suppliers from Cambodia and Southeast Asia and around the world to get the very best price. Finally, he worked with a prestigious state-of-the-art manufacturing facility here in the US that was FDA registered and GMP, good manufacturing practices, certified, who agreed to carefully prepare the rare ingredients into a single safe and easy-to-swallow plant-filled capsule to take every morning, instead of powders which flood your digestion, causing heartburn and are flushed out before helping. A capsule means all-day time release of the potent fat-burning formula, even when sleeping. And as soon as they arrived on our doorstep, Suzanne started. She didn't exercise or diet and started eating all of her favorite foods like pizza and cookies as Dr. Olson requested. She was skeptical. After 12 years of struggle, she was cautious about getting too excited only to be let down. But after a few hours, when she felt natural, powerful nutrition flowing through her veins, she knew this was different. 1 day later, she dropped 2 pounds, but thought nothing of it. But every morning that followed, as her metabolism improved, her weight dropped. 2 pounds, 2 pounds, 1 pound, 2 pounds. She was losing weight so fast I was almost concerned. But Dr. Olson assured us it was perfectly normal. And in a matter of weeks, 62 pounds of deep, stubborn fat from her thighs, hips, and every corner of her body had dissolved like ice in the summer. Going from this to this sexy lady I'm proud to call my wife today. She fell asleep instantly, waking up every morning from the deepest, most refreshing sleep. Her joints were smooth, free from aches and pains. She was alert, focused, and thinking clearer. She was showered with compliments from her friends who doubted her, jealous and desperate for her secret. Instead of wanting to hide from the world in baggy clothes, I was delighted to see her strutting around our house in her new yoga pants with her slim, toned belly on display, or on vacation in her favorite waist-hugging summer dress with a big smile across her face. How confident she felt on the beach in her new bikini with her silky smooth hair, cellulite-free legs, and clear, radiant skin on display. She was so proud to notice her reflection in the water, with no worries about people smirking behind her back. And not only was Suzanne in love with her hot, new, firm body, but she was in love with mine too. I used this tropical secret myself, and every day I was tightening my belt by a notch until 26 pounds had melted from my double chin and belly, while I still drank soda and ate ice cream almost every day. Every time we saw each other, our eyes widened. We couldn't keep our hands off each other. We felt like teenagers again, enjoying the most passionate nights of our lives. The spark in our marriage was back and still is to this day. That's what made it all worthwhile for me. It seems so simple now after believing for years losing fat is a complicated process. All it took was 5 seconds to grab a glass of cold water in a tiny capsule and get on with your day stress-free. The only thing you'll have to stress about is having to buy new head-turning, tight-fitting clothing or renewing your wardrobe completely. When Dr. Olson saw us again, he was astonished as he saw our new slim athletic figures. "Suzanne, your health markers are incredible," he said. "You've gone down over 60 pounds. That's 6 dress sizes. Your heart, cholesterol, and blood pressure are that of a 20-year-old. Your dopamine levels, the happy hormone, are 40% higher. Your resting heart rate is that of an athlete. Best of all, I have your test results. Take a look. Your metabolic flexibility and calorie burning rate have improved by 550%. That's 5.5 times more calorie burning power than before. Truly remarkable," he said. Can you imagine when your doctor tells you the same thing? How will you feel? Neither of us could believe it. After 12 years of darkness, Suzanne felt the light had finally been turned on. We had to share the secret with you and all those struggling with fat. But Dr. Olson said that 2 people wasn't enough proof it would work for every single overweight person out there. So he put a request for volunteers online. 1,560 men and women from 30 to 84, from 10 pounds to 108 pounds overweight of all shapes and sizes signed up. We shipped them each a few months worth of the capsules and waited. And the results that poured in just weeks later were more incredible than we ever imagined. Every single person had a turbo boost of their metabolism, from 210% to 620% better metabolism. Cravings vanished, sex drive skyrocketed, bloating, brain fog, and anxiety disappeared. Sleep was deep and refreshing. Loose, saggy skin was ironed out. Instead of soft, wobbly fat, they felt lean, toned muscle. They supported new healthy hearts, arteries, and blood pressure. 96% of participants lost over 22 pounds. The average weight loss was 38 pounds. Some lost as much as 81 pounds. The other 4% lost over 12 pounds but were still ecstatic. And many months later, the weight had stayed off, just as the science said it would. They felt freedom for the first time in their lives to eat what they want, wear what they want, with no worries.
This made me believe I could lose weight when everything else had failed. I've lost over 9 inches from my stomach and 11 from my hips, and I had to go out and buy a whole new wardrobe, and I couldn't feel happier about it. I finally feel like the woman who I was meant to be.
I have lost 37 pounds already, and that is huge, but really it's the small things, like not getting winded when I go for a walk, or being able to play with my kids in the backyard with energy. I mean, it makes all the difference. I feel freer than I have felt in years. I'm no longer trapped by my body or worried about my health. It's really life-changing.
I've spent my life taking care of others, and I'm so glad I finally did something to take care of myself. My family is thrilled. Now I'm the fun, active mom they've always wanted me to be. I can't imagine my life without this. I'm just so happy.
Now that you've seen the life-changing results for Suzanne, me, and over 214,000 others, I want you to experience the same yourself right now. I'm proud to introduce you to Metabo Flex, the world's first 100% natural solution to fix the newly discovered, scientifically proven root cause of your belly fat and slow metabolism. Inside every capsule is a bespoke proprietary formula of 6 of the highest quality ancient supernutrients from plants and extracts, clinically proven to dramatically increase metabolic flexibility, triggering up to a 650% increase in your body's ability to burn fat and calories. So even when you're sleeping or lying on the couch, you're dissolving the deepest, most stubborn fat from every nook and cranny of your entire body into pure, natural, and safe energy. Manufactured in the USA at our FDA-registered and GMP-certified facility using state-of-the-art precision-engineered machinery and under the strictest and most sterile standards. Each ingredient is 100% plant-based, soy-free, dairy-free, vegetarian, and non-GMO, and put through additional third-party inspections and quality control to ensure high purity and potency. Electrifying your metabolism and enjoying all the energy of Metaboflex is so easy. It feels like you're cheating at life, yet it's more powerful than any diet or exercise on the planet. And because these 6 nutrients naturally come from regions of the tropical rainforest, they're also great for supporting a healthy heart, brain, joints, and so much more, renewing your overall health at the same time. Okay, it's time for you to finally get the slim, sexy body you've been dreaming of and you deserve. Close your eyes and imagine that for a second. Imagine calmly walking into your favorite retail store and spending hours inside the dressing room. Every outfit you try wraps around your tight-toned body so perfectly. You couldn't help but buy them all. Imagine seeing the happiness and pride in your kids' and grandkids' eyes as you play with them for hours on end, with endless energy surging through every cell in your body and no discomfort. Imagine hearing your friends gasp jealously at the amazing changes you've made to your physique in such a short space of time, thinking you've cheated somehow. Or seeing your husband or wife look at you with lust, complimenting you and wanting you in your body again. And doing all of this without dieting or cardio or skipping a meal. Really let yourself feel what that would be like. Doesn't it take your breath away? And then tell me, how much would that be worth? To never deprive yourself of your favorite things, to never burden your family with worries about your health, to feel how much more fun life can be and what you've been missing out on for so long. What would you give for all of this right now? Although my accountant suggested we sell a 30-day supply of Metaboflex for $700 cheaper than the $1,300 I personally paid to get just a day's worth of the rare Metaboflex ingredients, and although I know everyone who tried Metaboflex would happily pay double that after seeing the results for themselves, for me, Suzanne, Dr. Sang, Dr. Olson, and all the other professors and doctors who have worked for months with us making Metaboflex possible, this isn't about money. We know what it's like to feel your health, confidence, and self-esteem slip away, like sand through your fingers, watching your belly get bigger and bigger and wondering why nothing is working. All we want is to finally take a stand against the deceitful weight loss industry to save you and everyone like you. Metaboflex has already changed the lives of over 214,000 men and women around the world. Our target is to make that 1 million. And we want you to be our next success story. And the more affordable we make Metaboflex, the more likely we'll reach that goal, which is why we flat out refuse to charge $700, $600, or even $500. You're here putting your trust in us, wanting the absolute best for yourself by saying, yes, I'm ready for the change Metaboflex can bring into my life. So even though I'll charge $199 for a 30-day supply of Metaboflex soon, you won't have to pay that either. I'm going to make your decision as easy as it is to lose fat with Metaboflex. So for a limited time only, you can get a massively discounted 30-day supply of Metaboflex for a simple one-time fee of just $59. Yes, just $59, the lowest price you'll ever see. But before you order, as you've seen in these studies today, the longer you take these natural ingredients, the more you benefit. So if you're over 35 years old or carry excess weight, Dr. Olson recommends you take Metaboflex for at least 3 to 6 months so it has enough time to get you to your desired weight and lock it in for years into the future. So to guarantee lifetime results, I'm going to let you order 3 months or 6 months worth of Metaboflex today at an outrageously deep discount on top of today's already special low pricing. Plus, if you take advantage of our absolute best deal, 6-bottle ultimate discount package, we'll even include your shipping and handling for free. Okay, it's time to look below this video. If Metaboflex is still in stock, you'll see your 3 money-saving options. Do the right thing for your family and loved ones and choose your package to proceed to our 100% encrypted and secure checkout page that looks like this. Fill in your details, confirm your order, and we'll ship it out the same day to your doorstep. No auto ship, no hidden charges. Just the safe and secure one-time purchase. And you can contact our helpful customer support agents to get updates or ask any questions you may have. Metaboflex is only available on this official page. Nowhere else, not Amazon, eBay, not GNC or Walgreens. I removed all the middlemen to bring you the best pricing available. But be warned, bottles are selling very, very fast, and we're on the verge of running out of stock. And because we refuse to compromise on quality or quantity of the rare, potent super nutrients found in Metaboflex, the price is rising as well. So fast, I'm fighting to keep it low for you. The prices you see now are not guaranteed beyond tonight. And the last thing I want is for you to come back in a few hours and see higher prices or that we're out of stock again. This is why 96% of people are picking up the 6-bottle ultimate discount package. so they can save a ton of money and start dissolving fat right away and keep it off for years to come while stocking up for themselves and their closest friends and family. I hate to say this, but the clock is ticking. You're here, which means your personal bottles are reserved. But if you close this page, they'll be given to someone else. Don't waste a second more when the solution is right at your fingertips. Claim your discount and choose your package below now. And even though we've received over 90,000 5-star reviews, if you're still skeptical, I understand. After all, the $78 billion weight loss industry has lied to you for decades into believing diet and exercise are your only choice to break free from your belly fat and slow metabolism. They'll never tell you this quick, easy, 100% natural hack to target the root cause of belly fat even exists because you'd never touch another diet or workout again. It's no wonder the weight loss industry is spending tens of millions of dollars a year to try to hide this from you. So to prove that this bespoke formula works, and you have absolutely nothing to worry about, I'm backing your order with our ironclad 2-month money-back guarantee. That means you decide nothing today. I'm not asking for a yes, just a maybe. Choose your package below, make your order, and then you have up to 60 days to decide, which is more than generous as most people see results within the first week. Test drive Metaboflex out for yourself now for a whole 2 months risk-free. And if you don't experience a huge 210 to 650% jump in metabolism, if you don't see the fat rapidly dissolve away day by day, if you don't feel overflowing with energy and enthusiasm as your metabolism improves, your muscles tone, and your brain fog lifts, even if you use up every bottle and still aren't happy, then I don't want your money. All you need to do is contact us within 60 days and you'll get every cent back. I know that sounds crazy, but that's how much I believe in this solution. And all you need to do to claim your limited time discount and take advantage of this amazing risk-free deal is choose your package below right now and take back control over your body to become the new you. If you've not taken action yet, then you might not know it, but you're at an important crossroads in your life right now, leading to 2 very different lives. So listen carefully as I tell you what they are so you can make the best decision. Option 1. You ignore everything you've seen today. You ignore all the incredible studies and 107 years of data proving the rare ingredients inside Metaboflex skyrocket metabolism, dissolving fat stores throughout your entire body into natural energy at lightning speed, boosting sex drive and mood. You choose to ignore the doctors who have staked their reputation on the effectiveness of this truly powerful weight loss solution, and all of the real stories from the men and women you've heard from today. You do exactly what the weight loss industry wants you to do and carry on. I think you already know what will happen if you take this option, because you felt that so many times before where nothing changes in your life. Struggling with yo-yo dieting and meal plans, endlessly searching for anything to work, or feeling yourself getting heavier and more exhausted by the day. Feeling your belly fat suffocate your organs and squeeze your heart. Being trapped in your own body, wondering why it's so hard to get in shape. And if you do decide to go this path, ask yourself, what's going to change for you? What's going to happen if you don't take action and try something new and prove it? More diets? More exercise? I know you don't want that. The average American will spend $112,000 in their attempt to lose weight over their lifetime. That's the financial cost of doing nothing. The human cost is far greater. Heart attack, stroke, diabetes, Alzheimer's, your risk of which is greatly increased when you're overweight. That's not to mention the poor sleep, anxiety, brain fog, depression, and mental turmoil it can bring, cutting your life short by years, even decades. Is that really a risk you want to take to save a bit of money? There's a way out of this. And we both know you're still watching because deep down you know change is needed in your life. The doorway to a life where you're free of belly fat is right in front of you. I've opened it for you. You only need to walk through it, which is why I want you to take a second here and seriously consider taking option 2. And let's face it, it's the only option you have. Investing in a one-time payment in Metaboflex today and putting it to the test risk-free for a full 60 days. And just imagine the difference this can make in your life. Catching sight of yourself in the mirror, admiring your slim reflection staring back at you. Looking and feeling younger than ever before, your skin plump and clear, your hair and nails healthy and strong. Rolling out of bed feeling light, moving with the vigor, energy, and strength of a person half your age. Playing with your children or grandchildren for hours, watching them grow up, getting married, and having kids of their own. You can take vacations and eat your favorite foods at restaurants without shame or embarrassment. Imagine hearing your doctor tell you you're healthy, that your heart and lungs and organs are renewed as your sex drive returns and hormones come back into balance. You can be free to live the long, happy, and fulfilling life you deserve, overflowing with happiness and love. And love is all that it takes for you to experience everything we've just talked about today. Loving yourself enough to say yes right now. Make the right decision for yourself and your family while you still can. Select your money-saving package below and take advantage of today's 100% risk-free opportunity to finally claim the body, the health, and the life you truly deserve.